Using the Emergencies Act was justified, says the commission. Hi, I'm Brian Lilley, political columnist with the Toronto Sun. It was an interesting report from Justice Paul Rouleau into the government's use of the Emergencies Act 1 year ago. Now, some people wanted Justin Trudeau and his government to be applauded or given a gold star for invoking the Emergencies Act. Others wanted him to be found guilty, run out of office, forced to resign. I predicted ahead of time that nobody would leave fully happy, and nobody will. But the big news is Justice Rouleau said that the threshold was met, using the act was justified. But he came to that conclusion kind of reluctantly. I want to read you some key quotes here. I have concluded that in this case, the very high threshold for invocation was met. I have done so with reluctance. The state should generally be able to respond to circumstances of urgency without the use of emergency powers. He goes on to describe a situation spun out of control, a situation that could have been avoided with better use of planning, of preparation, of coordination by police, by politicians of all levels of government. And he also said that while he found that the threshold was met, he wasn't completely sold, and that reasonable people could have gone the other way and found it wasn't. Let me quote again. I do not come to this conclusion easily, as I do not consider the factual basis for it to be overwhelming, and I acknowledge that there is significant strength to the arguments against reaching it. Rouleau gave a 2,000-page report over 5 volumes, 56 different recommendations, and a lot of it is going to just sit on shelves and collect dust. Well, I am one of those people who reached a different conclusion. I don't find Justice Rouleau to be unreasonable in his, but where he and I differ is mainly around the issue of Section 2 of the CSIS Act. So to declare a national emergency, it has to be national in scope. There has to be a threat to national security as defined by Section 2 of the CSIS Act. And I didn't find that the government met that threshold. They admitted during the hearings that they used a wider, broader set of inputs than that to come to their determination. They even had a secret legal opinion that they were justified in using the act, but they refused to share that with the commission. Justice Rouleau found that they did meet the Section 2 analysis, but he also wants it removed from the Emergencies Act in the future. To me, that would weaken the act. It would make it easier for governments to invoke the Emergencies Act, and that's not what I want. I don't think that's his intention, but that, I think, would be the outcome. We need to strengthen the Emergencies Act so that governments don't use it for political purposes, which I think Trudeau did here, so that they don't use it when their patience runs out, which is what I think Trudeau did here. I'm not downplaying that there were significant problems with the Freedom Convoy last year. I'm not defending the Freedom Convoy, but there is a problem with governments granting themselves extraordinary powers without justifying it clearly and openly to the public. The Trudeau government didn't do that, and for not calling them out on that in stronger terms, I'm disappointed in Justice Rouleau's otherwise fair and balanced report. Let me know what you think. Drop a comment down below, share this on social media, and don't forget to subscribe to our channel.